Yeah. We'll keep our fingers crossed. Honestly, if I don't make it very far and it starts doing it again, I'm gonna call it off. And when we come back, I'm gonna reload at the last save. So the little 20, 30 minutes we've been through so far will get reset. But I'd rather do that than piecemeal an episode together through a bunch of crappy streams. You know. I'm looking at what what OBS is reporting to me now, and I don't have high hopes. It keeps dipping down to 1,500 and 1,300 and 1,500 and 1,300. It's not dropping, but it's on the verge of it. Hey, Emu. Yeah, I'm live, sorta. I'm having a lot of technical issues today, man. So crappy. I canceled Tuesday's stream for work-related things, and then now here we are on Thursday, and then this is going on. Anyway, let's try and continue. I mean, maybe it was Namatame. I mean, we definitely know for sure he took Nanako into the TV. And it all makes sense for him to have been the one that did everything else, too, because he had the van, not disguise, but the perfect reason to be walking up to people's houses randomly, working a delivery job. He had a TV in the back of the van. Yeah, Emu. Just a smidge past where we left off. Just a smidge. I haven't been able to get very far because I've been dealing with dropping frames and all that. Okay. Maybe it was him.
Well, yeah. That's the normal conclusion to take.
There's something I've been wondering about for a while. When we first encountered him, he said, "You're the ones I saved. Don't worry, I'll save this girl too."
Yeah, and I guess if he saw us alive in the real world, and he thinks he saved us, then he truly isn't necessarily expecting people to die and end up meeting the same fate that Saki met, for example.
So, if he saves people by killing them, did he save us too?
Yeah, because we didn't die.
Wouldn't he actually have failed to save us?
You raise a good point. If he thinks that salvation comes only through death, his words to us make no sense. And another thing, the Namatame who appeared on the Midnight Channel said he failed to save Nanako-chan.
And she had died. At the time.
Well, maybe he really was trying to save the victims by putting them inside the TV. Come on, don't get all quiet like that. You guys know I just say the first dumb thing that pops into my head.
Sleeping Viper.
The possibility that he truly intended to save us.
But he's still the one who threw in Saki-senpai in that announcer, right? Sure, we haven't nailed down his motives, but that doesn't change the fact that he killed them. Or what? You think someone else was involved? What makes you think so?
Possibility of a culprit besides Namatame. I mean, if you go by the reasoning that Yukiko presented, that seems like there is a possibility and that he thought he was doing something right and he's just gone batshit insane in the process. Could there be something that proves this possibility? And the copycat murderer, I mean, we know what his deal was. I don't think that's it. Misuzu Hiragi's alibi just doesn't really seem that relevant to me. I don't know, maybe I'm missing something. But we got Namatame's diary. And the warning letter. Yeah, Mitsuo. Namatame's diary. And the warning letter. Hey, fresh to death. You know, the warning letter. I wonder if we could get a copy of Namatame's handwriting and see if the warning letter handwriting looks like his handwriting. Well, hell, we got his diary. Let's compare the diary to the warning letter. Mitsuo's not the best girl. That is not an option, Emu. I'm gonna pick the warning letter.
Warning letter? Oh yeah! Whatever happened to that thing?
If Namatame's the killer, he must have been the one who wrote it, right?
Let's review them.
Recall that the first warning letter said, "Don't rescue anymore." The second one said, "If you don't stop this time, someone close will be put in and killed." And it doesn't make any sense for anybody, you know, to be put in and be killed if he thinks he's rescuing people. Maybe it was Kanji's mom? Yeah. Oh, God. And here comes the dropped frames again.
Yes, that's right.
Isn't that kinda odd? Would someone who thinks he's saving people by killing them write stuff like, "Don't rescue or kill"?
Yeah, and the will be put in and killed part doesn't make sense either.
Yeah, this isn't adding up.
If the killer was writing it, wouldn't it be more like, "I'll put in and kill"?
Hey, could this mean...
I'm going to say Namatame didn't write it. It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense for it to be... I don't know. I'm saying Namatame didn't write it.
Yeah. It's almost like someone else wrote this letter.
But only the killer would write such a letter and deliver it to Dojima-san's house, right? If someone else wrote it, that could only mean...
Dear God. Since this is such an unusual case, I was absolutely convinced that other than the Kubo incident, there was one culprit.
So Namatame really was trying to save his victims?
Everything is exactly the opposite of what it first seemed. In Namatame's parlance, failing would have been the first 2 cases when the victims died.
Hey, Talon, how you doing this evening?
If he had used his method twice and failed both times, he would hardly have continued using the TV. And yet he did. It all seems to suggest that someone else wrote this warning letter while observing the entire case.
Someone else? Then, it wasn't Namatame that killed Saki-senpai and the announcer?
We can't say for certain yet. We urgently need to speak with Namatame face to face.
Well, that's really, even though it's kind of painful, that is a good thing, Talon. So stick with it, man. Stick with it. We all work together to take another step towards the truth.
How though? After what happened yesterday, they said they're gonna tighten security.
I have a plan. But there's no time to waste. Let's hurry to the hospital.
Hey, this place is off limits.
I'm a consultant with the police. I'd like a few words with Namatame-san. May I go in?
This is Unit 252, requesting confirmation on an ID. Name of Naoto Shirogane. Huh? Ah, understood. I see. Well, you're on the list. I can give you a few minutes, but I'll have to record your conversation with him for security purposes. Not that I expect you'll get anything coherent out of the guy. He's been spouting nothing but gibberish.
I'd like him to accompany me as well.
Yeah, everybody likes Stoner Bro, even if he is kind of a moron and messes stuff up.
He has no identification, but this is an emergency situation, and he's here in Detective Dojima's stead.
Huh? Detective Dojima sent him? I wasn't informed of this.
I'll vouch for his identity.
Well, I guess it's better than dealing with the man himself. We have our hands full with the transport procedures, so the last thing we need is Detective Dojima running wild. Detective Adachi is busy somewhere too. This is Unit 252. Huh? I see.
Has something happened?
There's something about a suspicious object out in the lobby.
Ah, well then, this works out nicely. You should back up your colleagues downstairs. We'll keep watch over Namatame-san. A disturbance in a hospital lobby, after all. It sounds serious.
Finishing this playthrough will be the completion of my first Persona game, and I cannot wait for Persona 5. Cannot wait.
If anything happens, hit the nurse call button. I'll leave the rest to you.
Understood. Please be careful. I knew they were undermanned, but I didn't expect it to go this smoothly.
Smacked my microphone.
Wow!
Don't say that, Ramito. Don't do that.
There's nothing much inside that suspicious object. So he won't be gone long.
Why do you think that, Ramito? Do you think it just can't live up to the hype and it's gonna bomb for that reason, or what?
All right, and now's our chance to talk to Namatame.
Namatame-san, there's something we'd like to ask you. It's tempting to think that you were the culprit behind this entire case. And to be honest, there are many in this town who hope you are. But we are here to learn the truth. So please, answer our questions.
Huh?
Ramito, all I can say is I really hope you're wrong. Did you kill those two girls?
They were killed. I couldn't save them.
Well, I don't see why you say you can't have... I mean, it doesn't happen often, but I don't see why you say they can't have all good games in a series. I don't think it's a can't, I just don't think it's one of those things that's very likely for a company to pull off.
Huh? Me?
Is saving, killing people.
No. If nobody saves them, they'll be killed. That's why I put them in there.
Then tell me if my estimation is correct so far. After discovering the Yamano and Konishi incidents, you realized an appearance on the Midnight Channel meant certain death. Thus, to save her from that fate, You kidnapped Yukiko Amagi. You couldn't let her be killed, so you threw her into the TV, preventing the killer in this world from reaching her. And you repeated the process as more individuals appeared on the Midnight Channel. It all falls into place. His body is weak, but his mind is sound. He's trying to tell us the truth.
It's still not really making sense to me, though, Naoto.
Yeah, but if the stuff he's saying is true...
There's another killer who murdered the first two victims?
Indulge us in a few more questions.
Who killed the first two?
I have no idea. I want to know that too.
Why did you enter the TV?
I didn't know. I never thought it would be that kind of place.
Why the warning letters?
What are you talking about?
So if he's telling the truth, he didn't write the warning letters.
As I thought.
You... believe me? Did they find him? Did they find the one who did such cruel things? Mayumi...
Please calm down. Our ability to find the culprit rests on you. We know about the other world. In fact, we're the only ones who can fully understand what you have to say.
Only... you?
We did blame you for everything at first.
We already had the option to put him in the TV, Ramido, and we decided not to.
But now I think we can accept whatever you got to tell us as truth.
Please. Tell us everything you can, calmly and slowly.
You're willing to listen? Do my story? All right. Soon after my affair with Mayumi became common knowledge, I returned to my parents' home, as if to run away from the scandal. And I started drinking heavily to drown my anxieties. I hadn't been able to reach Mayumi at all, and that didn't help either. Mayumi, where are you? She'd been disgraced on all the afternoon shows and forced to resign from the program she was on. I caused her so much trouble. I wanted to at least apologize to her, but I couldn't even do that. I lost the will and energy to do anything. Then, one day, the rumor I heard some time ago came back to me. Since I had nothing better to do, I sat down blankly in front of the TV and watched my own reflection. And all of a sudden, there was Mayumi. Mayumi? Is that you? The Mayumi inside the TV looked as if she was calling to me for help. Mayumi? Mayumi! When I reached out unthinkingly to touch her, my arm disappeared into the TV, as if I had dipped it into a pool of water. I was so shocked that I lost my balance and nearly fell face first into the TV.
I'm not sure what
I was so
exact
scared.
argument y'all are having.
I couldn't
or
understand
whatever,
what just
but please,
happened.
let's not
I thought maybe I'd gone
let
insane.
this spiral into hostility or anything. I don't want that. It's not good. It's not good for anybody.
In the end, I decided to think of it as just a dream, and I went back to the city the next day after finishing work. The next afternoon when I got to work, I was fired on the spot, as I expected. That wasn't what broke me, though. It was Mayumi being found dead.
That's it, Emu. Namatame is the best girl now.
And not just that, but it had happened in my hometown. I was dumbstruck. But later on, I remember the image of Mayumi I'd seen that night. Was it not a dream? Could it really have been an SOS from Mayumi?
Talon, I'm not even sure what to say in response to that.
I hadn't touched another TV because the first time was so terrifying, but I decided to try it again. And I confirmed that none of it was a dream. So that image, was it something Mayumi showed me, calling for help? That's how I felt.
And eventually, you learned of the Midnight Channel.
I remembered that when Mayumi was alive, she was chasing a rumor about some bizarre TV program. I'd heard about it before, but I thought it was just an urban legend. But then Mayumi appeared on it, and later turned up dead. The more I thought about it, the harder it became to believe that the two events were unrelated. Soon after that, I came back to Inaba to answer the police's questions. I'd lost my job, and I wanted to know the truth of Mayumi's death for myself. Then, on another rainy night, someone else appeared on the Midnight Channel. It was a girl. She looked like she was calling for help, just like Mayumi. The first thing that came into my mind was, maybe this girl will be the next to die.
And that was Saki-senpai.
I'd been following all the news about Mayumi, so I noticed right away that she was the girl who found Mayumi's body. And if my hunch was right, she'd be the next victim. I didn't want her to die the way Mayumi did. So I desperately kept watching. I was consumed with the idea of rescuing her.
Well, I don't know if I would necessarily call that exactly crazy, Remita, but I would definitely say it is a morbid thought process. Oh, excuse me. A morbid thought process, and definitely a sign of absolute obsession. But I don't know if it's exactly quite insanity yet.
Then, little by little, her image on the screen came into sharper focus.
It became sharper?
How did you find out it was her?
After I came back, my father couldn't bear to see me in such low spirits, and gave me a job with the family business. I met that girl when I delivered a package to the liquor store. After agonizing over it, I decided to meet her, and told her to be careful. But that same night, on the TV, she looked as if she was being engulfed by some black shape. She was writhing in pain. That's why I warned her. Why won't she pick up the phone? Come on! Please! The next day, they found her dead.
You know, honestly, that makes me question Dojima's detective work. He was calling her phone like crazy while she was, the night she went missing and died. They didn't look into him sooner about, why were you calling this person? What? What is the deal with that?
I knew she was going to be murdered, but I couldn't save her. I blamed myself, thinking there must have been something I could have done. There was no one who depended on me. Nobody at work, not even my wife.
He had an alibi for the first one, yeah. But you had the first one that died that had a relation to him in some sense. Then you had the second one that died that didn't necessarily have a relation to him, but got her phone blown up by him the night she was killed. I'm not saying that's evidence that would necessarily make me think he's the suspect, but I damn sure would have been questioning the hell out of him. And we hadn't heard anything about him being questioned in relation to Saki's murder.
Mayumi was the only one who accepted me for who I was. But she was murdered, and the same person killed another girl. I was beside myself. I couldn't forgive myself for doing nothing.
You really did love Miss Yamano.
Yes, from the bottom of my heart.
Yeah, he might have been talked to, but it hasn't given us the idea distinctly that he was.
Before I was married, my wife made it big in show business. I was happy for her, but it put a strain on our relationship.
I think I can kind of relate.
It was around that time when I met Mayumi. She was interviewing our candidate for the next election. She was a big-name announcer, but she only worked with local stations, and her attitude towards work was similar to mine. We both came from Inaba, so she was easy to talk to. I knew it was wrong, but I couldn't help getting intimate with her. She gave meaning to my life. Soon after Saki-san was found dead, yet another girl appeared on TV. That was you. She'll be kidnapped next. And murdered. I can't let her end up like Mayumi and that other girl. This time, I'm gonna do something. My opponent was a murderer who left no clues to his identity. I thought hard about what I could do to protect her from someone like that. I'll never convince her. If she gets suspicious and they arrest me, who'll save her then? The girl inside the TV looked as if she was smiling at me. And that's when it hit me. I apparently had the power to go through the TV screen to the other side. Then, what if I put her into the TV and give her shelter there before the killer gets her? What are you trying to tell me? That it's safe over there? Is that it?
Well,
the girl inside the TV seemed to smile at me again.
You assumed wrong when you made that assumption that it was safe over there.
And I thought, no matter what kind of place it might be, it's better than being slaughtered. Once things calmed down, I could just let her out again. If she's inside the TV, there's no way they can find her.
Smiled at anyone who wears pants. Maybe so.
It felt as if everything was starting to come together in my mind. Could it be that Mayumi gave me that power to prevent any more victims from meeting her fate? Was it my mission to save people? But there was a big problem. If I explained the situation to the victim, they wouldn't understand. I had already tried that and failed miserably. It seemed the only thing I could do was to take them away. If that was my mission, I'd just have to do it. Or so I thought. Mayumi, please lend me your strength.
So, since you thought people who appeared on the Midnight Channel would be killed, you kidnapped us in order to save us.
Mission? Give me a break! You never stopped and wondered about any of this?
I thought I was the only one who could help them. I did call the police, but they didn't believe me. I knew the area well, thanks to my job. I had a large truck, and I could move around without suspicion. I thought my job as a delivery man would be the perfect cover for my mission. I thought no one else could do it. But are you telling me that I wasn't saving them?
If a person is still within the TV world when the fog appears here, they will die.
Hey, Joffrey, how are you doing this evening? And how is everybody at the joystick? If you were at the joystick, I don't even know.
Beginning with Yukiko-san, the people you thought you had been saving were, in fact, in mortal peril. It was my friends here who really saved us all.
I had a feeling that was it. When I went after that little girl and entered the TV myself, for the first time, I had some doubts about myself.
You refer to Nanako-chan, correct?
The police were after me, so I had to get away. But I still felt I needed to do everything I could to save that poor little girl. That's why I went in after her. But the TV world was completely different than I imagined. Such an abominable, grotesque place. I knew that the three of you who I saved went back to your normal lives, so I didn't realize how terrible that world was. I never knew you couldn't even get out of that place on your own.
Nope.
No. That's a cowardly way to put it. I'd probably already begun to realize that it was a dangerous place. If I hadn't, I wouldn't have gone to see you all.
See us? Wait, are you talking about the concert we did at Juness?
Yes. I wanted to know why the ones I saved were all hanging out with each other, and how much you remembered. But in the end, I couldn't bring myself to say anything and ran home. I must have felt too guilty. But all the doubts and anxieties I'd been unconsciously suppressing exploded out when I entered the television myself. I thought I was going insane. I probably did. And you know the rest. When I came to, I was lying in a hospital bed.
You really were trying to save people.
But I ended up doing just the opposite. What a fool.
Yeah, I'm guessing all those lines about the concert, him going there and all that, was just not in the original. Or he had a slightly different line rather than the concert, something like that. This is definitely getting kind of crazy.
I always wanted to enter the world of politics.
I do like plot
and
twists.
become useful to society. But after losing my job and the woman I loved, all I had left was this power. I convinced myself that world was some sort of sanctuary, and I secretly believed myself to be a hero. I never doubted what I saw on TV, and believed everything was as I wanted it to be. I didn't think for myself at all. That's why I couldn't protect them. I'm to blame for all of this.
I want to be the good guy and say what's done is done. Because I want him to work with me more to help me figure out what's really going on. Assuming he hasn't pulled the wool over my eyes. So we're going to go with what's done is done.
I suppose so. But the things I've done are too serious to be brushed aside like that.
No, that's true.
I have no intentions of running away from my crimes. I'm prepared to face the consequences.
Yeah, he did kind of kill Nanako, I guess. Best we can tell, that she just got, like, so overwhelmed by everything in the fog in the TV world and whatever, she died because of the exhaustion from it all. I don't know. I haven't really understood exactly what killed her. Although everybody that we've rescued from the TV world so far, by the time we rescued them, was completely drained. So I'm assuming that's it. Well, and she is back alive. That is, you know, that is true. It's just, it's very confusing. But see, he even seems to know that what he did is no laughing matter, and feels that he deserves punishment.
Kidnapping is already a serious crime. And on top of that, I put all those lives in danger. I'm sorry.
The Midnight Channel and the other world, you can hardly be blamed for failing to understand them properly. We must apologize to you as well. Had we let our emotions blind us to the truth, we would have piled all the responsibility on you.
I guess from your point of view, people did stop dying once you started saving people.
She was dead, but she's not dead. So how does that count? If somebody temporarily dies but comes back to life, does that person get charged with murder? My guess is not. What's the longest somebody's ever been dead for in real life anyway? Like no heartbeat, not breathing, and come back and not been like a vegetable afterwards. I know it's happened a few times. I wonder if it's ever happened in a murder situation where they actually in the courts have to try to figure out what do we call this? What do we charge this person with? I don't know. That would be weird. I should, a buddy of mine studying to take the bar right now. I should call him and see if he's ever heard of reading case law and anything like that. That would be interesting. A day? A day. That's insane. That's the craziest. I'm gonna have to look that up because that's absolutely nuts to me, if that's true. For people. Now, there's some animals that can get frozen solid that will come back to life afterwards, sort of. They never really die. Frogs do it. But
the more you did it, the more you really believed you were preventing their deaths.
I'm such a joke. I'm sorry. I'm getting a little tired.
What are you all crammed in here for?
yeah, this guy gets manslaughter. Namatame gets manslaughter, apparently.
My
According to
apologies.
U.S. law.
We'll be leaving now.
Now, this took place in Japan, so how would they handle it, Talon? Google now!
Wait.
Ramiro, what the hell? What are you trying to do? Are you trying to come up with a reason to kill... Wait, what?
I beg you, please, find whoever's behind this. You children are the only ones who know about that world.
This... I shouldn't be laughing like this at such a serious point in the game.
It's all clear now. He never committed any murders. It was another party who threw the first two victims into the TV.
Taking another step towards the truth. Yes! Here's something we haven't figured out yet, though. If it was another party that threw the first two victims into the TV, why are the victims appearing on the TV before they get abducted and thrown in? Because we know. Like Yukiko, for example. Showed up on the TV the first night. We were pretty sure it was her based on the silhouette and everything. GA called her, and she answered the phone at the end. So there's a curious question we do not have an answer to yet.
Now get out of here!
Namatame's kidnapping because he sees them on the TV, but the first two, oh god, Mayumi Yamano and Saki Kanishi, according to him, he saw them on the TV the first night, and then the second night he saw them on the TV again, and that was the night they died. And he didn't throw those two in. So if whoever else was throwing them into the TV, are they appearing on the TV for a certain reason that's giving him a cue to throw them in? This is getting really, this is getting confusing. I like it. I like it.
I told you, he's almost ready to be transported. We can't have anything else happen. Sheesh. I better not see you rascals here again.
Don't call me a rascal. I'm gonna come across the room with a flying elbow and hit you like the Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh yeah!
John looks like she's in pain.
Sorry.
She's fighting for dear life.
This was the last place we saw Teddy, right? He was so worried about her.
How can he flake out like this when we have to find the real killer?
Teddy's the real killer. That's what's going on.
The police consider the matter closed. We'll have to do all the investigation from here on out. Let's revisit Saki-san and Miss Yamano's incidents and see if we can turn up fresh details.
But it's been over 6 months. Wouldn't the trail be cold by now?
I mean, it would make sense for Teddy to be the killer, as Saris has just reminded us. He is Lucifer.
I know, but we can't give up. We're the only ones who understand what's really going on.
I know, Saris has been dropping these spoiler hints on me all along, and I haven't picked up on it until now. Speaking of Teddy, you have a bacon bear burger with garlic fries. Well, hell, don't tell me that if you can't get me some, Joffrey. I want a bacon bear burger and garlic fries. I'll take either one of them. I'm starving right now.
And you never know. People might remember some things now because they've had so much time to think about it. Let's split up and talk to people all over town tomorrow. We'll meet up in the evening to discuss our findings.
I hope we can find out something about Teddy, too.
Somebody would turn off that Zelda sound machine. And a beer. See, now you're just rubbing it in. Now you're just rubbing it in. Yeah, things are starting to get real good, Shadow. I'm pretty confused, astounded. The plot has twisted and twisted again very quickly, which I love plot twists. Love them. That's awesome. I'm going to take a brief break real quick. Just a few minutes. Run to the restroom, get something else to drink. And I will be right back, guys. Bear with me. Just give me just a few minutes. Well, Joffrey, you got to tell me what I need to do to earn these things myself so I can work on earning them. Alrighty. Hey, you keep talking about this place, Joffrey. So I may have to come to Montana. You're making it sound tempting. Yeah, you're making it sound tempting. Damn, we're at that 111 hour mark. It's not letting me go do anything. You also have some awesome pasta. I like pastas. I like pasta, but I like or I think I would like bear burgers better. This is the long part? I thought the long part you were talking about was the part where I was in the hospital and went through the line of questions between me and Yosuke about whether or not we should kill Namatame. Today is the day the school was founded, so you have today off from school. First, we should retrace... blah blah blah. First, we should retrace our steps. That would be the simplest way. Saki Kanishi and Mayumi Yamano. There should be a commonality between the two. Surely, there are some witnesses. Any scrap of data could be useful, no matter how small. I hope I'm good at it too, Cyrus. This is probably a point in the game that it would serve me well to break out like a pen and pad and make notes as I play. I don't got that, but I do got a notepad. So I will use that. Notepad on my computer. Can I help you? Yes, about those murders. You see... Yeah, the incident last spring. I don't remember anything from that long ago. I'm going to be studying for college entrance exams next year, so I've got no room for useless information like that. Well, aren't you special? Okay. First girl in Junes lobby doesn't know shit. Exclamation point. Joffrey, you're killing me. You're absolutely killing me. Hate how it's foggy every day now. This is the season for winter vegetables, too. What will I do if the fog really is poison? All my vegetables will go rotten. This is all because not enough people will eat their veggies. Only my son would clean his plate, he'd... Weird plant lady rambles about rotten vegetables and her son not cleaning his plate. So far, I don't think these two people are giving me good leads. Is there anybody else out of the Dojima residence? Like the lady that's always selling seeds. What do you know? Was it you? Did you do it? Well, hey there. You need some seedlings for your garden? No, I don't. These are the ones I have right now. Which kind do you want? I don't need your seedlings. Oh, she won't even talk to me about the murders. That makes her suspect number 1. Suspect number... I can't spell number 1. Seed lady. Okay. Yeah, I can't even farm right now. It's you. Fog's pretty thick today, Go out on walks and I can hardly recognize my surroundings. Pretty sad, ain't it? But hey, thanks for stopping to talk to me. That lamp I asked you about, you still looking for it? You know where I'd look? In the clouds. Nah, forget I said anything. I don't want to force too much on you. My daughter was in an accident. Top of that, it was a hit and run. Nobody could tell what kind of car it was because of all the fog. Sheesh, this is horrible. Thankfully, she wasn't hurt too bad. But she was right, wasn't she? That fog is dangerous. I need to start letting everyone know. I'm not going to type this down, but old woman. Hit and run. Fog is dangerous. These people are not giving me good clues at all. Fog isn't clearing up, is it? Isn't that just a little strange? My wife is all business as usual, but I'm a little worried. By the way, do you need anything? Okay, kind man. What do you... Kind man at the floodplain. Yeah, that's the immediate thing I thought about when she was talking about her daughter getting hit and run was Dojima's wife. But it can't be Dojima's wife because she was talking about her getting hit and run in the fog that we're dealing with right now, and that she was okay. So, but it does sound familiar. The only thing she needed to add was it looked like a big American car. Something just hit me. Nanako's mom, Dojima's wife, was hit and run by a large American model car. Who in this game so far do we know of that drives a large car? I'm not going to say it's American model, but based on everything we've seen of it so far, I would definitely say it's an American model. Igor came through in the Velvet Room and ran over Nanako's mom. You know, that's not the case we're trying to solve in the game, but case solved. I'm sorry. All I remember is that something happened. I know it was pretty shocking, but what can I say? A lot of time's passed. Okay, kind of man in floodplain doesn't know dick. Cat, do you know something? Meep! Do you need something? I don't know if I've ever seen Stoner Bros' car. Plus, I mean, that was at least 3 or 4 years ago. Was Dojima even, or Adachi even in the area at that time? And plus, he's in the area all the time now. If he had a large, late model American car, I think they would have got him. Turns out Margaret drugged Igor and ran over my aunt to lure you into an illegal... That's the best theory yet. That's the best theory yet, Ramito. I gotta give you that one. That was genuinely funny. Now that you mention it, the town was all abuzz last spring. You remember that, don't you? That doesn't tell me anything. The town was all abuzz last spring. Well, no shit, the town was all abuzz last spring. 2 people got murdered. The hell kind of response is that shit? You know, I didn't work on her social link at all, Ramito, and just because it seemed like, based on what the first one was, that it was going to be a absolute pain in the ass to achieve blind on stream. We already been to Juness department store. Yeah, even people in chat told me it was a pain in the ass, and one time I legitimately asked, is it even worth doing? And the general consensus was no, it's not. Granted, the general consensus may have been because of where I was at in the game at that point, that it wasn't worth trying to pull off that late. I don't know, something like that, but I'm not worried about it. Akina Station. What does this lady know? She has glasses. Wonder if the reason for this fog is the decrease in the ocean's temperature. In that case, I have to let him go soon. He'll be alright without me. Someone better will come along. Is there something you want to ask me? Incident in spring. Did something happen then? Sorry, I don't remember. You'll have to ask someone else. Yeah, it's probably, it's kind of what I figured, Saurus, that the easiest way to, I mean, obviously the easiest way to figure it, or anything else out, would be to break out a guide. But, I figured it probably, to do it solo, without using a guide, totally blind, all that, you'd be sitting around fusing and scum saving and trying different stuff for hours and hours on end. Hey, will you do me a favor? Doing a taste test, and I want some honest feedback from young people like you. Do we take the red pill, the black pill, or the green pill? Take the red pill. I'm eating the red one. Swallowed the red object. The taste is a harmony of tomatoes and sweet red bean. Gave the man your feedback. I see. Thank you. That's very helpful. Well, what the fuck? I'm not in the Matrix now. I wanted to go into the Matrix. This goddamn game's playing with my emotions. Honestly, Ramita, I'm not worried about it at all. I mean, I could easily look up a cheat sheet if I wanted to, but I wanted this to be a truly blind playthrough outside of viewer input, and that's what it's been so far. So, you know, I'm just gonna leave it be. We'll work on that maybe when I do a New Game Plus or something like that. A local farmer in Passier decided to help me out. I'm trying to create a hit. Once I do, I'll take it to my company. Was there something you wanted to ask? The incident. In spring? I think there was a report like that on the news. I don't remember much, though. Sorry if that wasn't very helpful. Can't be happy without money. But even if you have money, you can't be happy without love either. This means I need a man with money. Oh shit. No wonder she's the woman with heavy makeup. Wish there was somewhere that you could go and pick one up. A man with money. It's getting pretty cold, Is there something you want to ask me? What was that about? This was in Inaba, you said? Didn't stick in my mind. I just remember something like that happening, that's all. Because people don't know anything. Hey, kid. Fog's pretty thick. Be careful on that bike, okay? Yeah, the fog, it's dangerous. Be careful. Something you want to ask? What was it? Yeah, I know. But I just saw it on the news. Did the victim's ghost appear or something? Hey, don't be rude. Sorry, we don't know anything. Maybe ask someone else. Maybe I should see a movie. What is it? That's about the incident that occurred in Inaba in the spring. Wow, I never heard anything like that. Maybe I saw it on the news. If I did, it was a long time ago. I don't remember it. I know people who dislike romance or dislike gore, but not many people dislike human drama. That's why I think it's a shame that they won't see a movie just because. Especially zombie movies. I wish they were more popular. Are you serious? Zombie movies for the last 5 to 10 years have been at popularity has been at an all-time high. What? You want to ask me something? If it's about a movie, ask away. It's not about a movie. That's not about a movie at all. Bleh. I know about the incident, but not many of the details. Everyone's in a lovey-dovey mood. Well, I got a news flash for them. The cinema is not your makeout spot. Oh, it's Christmas this month. No wonder our butcher shop is busy. Christmas. Christmas, huh? Oh. Can we help you with something? Thing in Inaba? I think I heard about it. Oh yeah, I think I saw it on the news. Or did I? Inaba, huh? Here the steaks are good in Inaba. These people are wasting my time. Is the fish harder on New Game Plus? Can I help you? About those murders. Said it was last spring. I still wonder what happened. It was a pretty big deal, wasn't it? I'd almost completely forgotten about it. Wow, I must be getting old, huh? What is it? Oh, what are you talking about? Explain the incident involving Saki and Yamano, the female announcer. Did all that happen just last spring? Wow, it seems so long ago. Who's gonna remember something from that far back anyways? None of these people remember shit. Fresh to death, I'm about to go with your recommendation. I'm just going to quit talking to anybody that isn't one of my detective team members. Man, this fog, it makes me feel like we're still inside the TV. Wonder if we can really find any new clues about the killer. No use whining about it now. Let's step up the search and get that info. Fog's gotta be some kind of biological weapon. It's a conspiracy. You know who I heard it was? Junes. That's right, Junes. The country of Junes is staging an all-out attack on Inaba. Hold on, did he say country of Junes? He did. Okay. That man is insane. Information on what happened before we entered the TV world. You know, about that first murder, I wonder why it happened. Let me ask around and gather as much information as we can. I'll see you later. Ah, I see what you're saying. Fresh. If June kind of has a country inside of it, Walmart kind of has a country inside of it. Tried talking to this old guy earlier, but he didn't even see me. What with the fog and all, guy just ignored me and walked off. I know it wasn't personal, but it kind of hurt. Damn fog. Hurry up and go away. Tap. 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 Been asking around about Teddy too, but I'm surprised how many people actually remember him. They're all like, oh yeah, that guy in the bear suit from Junes. Nobody has seen him yesterday or today. Duping magic or power tabs in Chrono Trigger. I love Chrono Trigger. It's my favorite game of all time, but I don't know of any way. I never really looked into any kind of like bugs or exploits or anything like that. I can't really give you any help there, Remetto. It's loved by so many different people. Where the heck could he have gone? I am worried about the answer to that question, Rise. Hey, listen to this. Rosette came and spoke to me. It's a once-in-a-lifetime thing. I asked her for her autograph and what type of guy she's into. Anyway, what do you want? I'm sure you can see how busy I am. Didn't they capture the suspect and put a lid on that case? Are you done asking questions? Good. Now go away. I'm very busy talking to Rosette right now. It'd be great if Rosette turned around and asked him, so, you know about those murders and all that shit? Doesn't seem to notice you at all. I still don't have the understanding to do it. Get out of the way. Okay, Chie, what do you have to say? Even if someone's been killed, everyone just forgets it so easily. But rumors they hear from friends and TV get remembered for a long time. Why is that? It's been a while since the first two incidents. Do you think we'll find anyone who still remembers them? Fog isn't clearing. even though the year's almost over. It's deplorable. It'll be so cold on New Year's that I'll never be happy. What do you want? About those murders. I can't remember something from that long ago. I almost forgot. I'm looking forward to that fine coal, you hear? Seems like Blab do have a hideout location and castles and such. Fog sure is dark and creepy, isn't it? You have a question for me? About them murders. A little while ago, they said the suspect had been caught. It was in the newspaper. It was that Namatame son, right? I remember seeing him around from time to time. How horrible. Really does frighten me. I don't recall seeing any other strange people, so I'm sure he's the culprit. Is it true that there were no other suspicious individuals? Perhaps you should ask someone else about this. I know everything about bugs. Ask you about no damn bugs. Still gonna catch some bugs. Some buggy bugs. Too early. My teacher said to go home quickly because of the fog. It's nice not to have the girls chasing me around, but it's boring because I can't play soccer now. Not helping me solve the case, little man. Since all I hear from everyone is poison, poison, I've gotten kind of freaked out too. Wonder where I can buy a gas mask. I need to get one. Everyone else has one already. And here's the guy wearing a gas mask. It's me. Do you recognize me? Why am I outside when I'm at home? I just see more news about the murders. Thought I'd stay out here and watch the sunset. Of course, I'm going to watch TV when I go home anyway. Maybe I should read his lines like,
even then, I can see the sunset because of all this fog. And I hate it. It's so depressing.
Hey, Dustin, what's up, man? How you doing this evening? Even then, I can see the sunset because of all this fog. I hate it. It's so depressing. Do you have a question? Oh, come on. Don't even make me more depressed. Said on the news the suspect had been caught. So that whole thing is over now, right? What else is there? Yeah, welcome back, Joffrey. It's a small town. If there was anyone suspicious, there would be rumors going around all over. But at least I haven't heard any news or rumors like that. So I'd say there's no such person. I do like Tanako's music. It's some of the better, I say better music in the game, in a game full of good music. But yeah, I found the key. Wait. Not sure what you mean by keyword. Maybe I found something I don't realize I found. I don't know. Gotta be careful when taking your motorcycle out on a foggy day. I wish whoever honked at me when I slowed down more than usual understood that. He yelled at me for going too slow. What's so wrong with following the speed limit? Wait. Or was I at fault there? There's nobody at the beach. There's never anybody at the beach. I need to gather more information. I should return to Inaba and talk to more people. Of course I should. You know, I didn't talk to Deodara or crazy lady with the frog at her shop. Oh, Inaba drop. You give it to me? How about it? Oh, this one's got a pretty good shape to it. Hey, wait right there for a sec. Sorry about the wait. Inspiration suddenly struck, and I had to go make something with the materials I had in the bag. I want you to take it as a token of my gratitude. I can give Yosuke a weapon where he smacks people with some fish. That might be worth it just to break him out, just to go beat up some random low-level mobs with fish. Might ask you for another favor, and if I do, I'll be counting on you again. This strange fog. Let's put out the pilot light on my forge. That's unforgivable. This fires would allow me to stave off the cold and the elements from invading my art studio. I have to close my shop down in the middle of winter like this. How am I supposed to make a living? Get a big chunk of money right there. I just want to make sure there's nobody in the school or anything that needs any of these items before I sell them all off to Deodara and upgrade a bunch of equipment. I've been feeling poorly recently. I needed to be careful too. The fog. There's something about it that just gives me a bad feeling. I don't know if I want to know, Geoffrey. Everything you keep bringing up is just making me hungry and jealous. The items are different than materials. I don't know. Maybe they are. I was getting the idea that they weren't, but... or that they were maybe just sellable. Maybe they didn't ever actually lead to any upgrades, but... because I tend not to look at what I sell, I just sell all. But maybe they're not different. I don't know. So, I mean, we've been everywhere. It's today. Today's a Big Monday. I can't do anything on Mondays. I mean, I talked to everybody new about it. A strange person? No, I don't think I've seen any. I mean, this is a pretty small town, wouldn't you say? If I had, I'm pretty sure I'd remember. Man, this fog makes me feel like we're still inside the TV. I wonder if we can really find any new clues about the killer. Yeah, no use whining about it now. Let's step up the search and get that info. Fog has gotten some kind of ballot. You tell me this ain't crap. Can I help you? A suspicious person? No, I can't think of anyone. Not from this town, anyway. Dead? Not from this town. So did you see somebody suspicious that you think is from another town? Talk to them again? Death by chocolate cake with a white chocolate picture of Teddy printed. Why are you doing this to me? Why? You know I can't enjoy any of that, and you keep telling me about all this goodness. And if I have a heart attack on stream, it's your fault. Hey, listen to this. Rosette came and spoke to me. Blah, 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 blah. No, I don't think I've seen any suspicious people. Except for you, who's interrupting my conversation with Rosette. I should kick this dude in his throat. Fog sure is dark and creepy, isn't it? You have a question for me? Have I seen any other weird people aside from Namatame-san? Nope, I don't think so. There isn't anyone like that in this town. I even know you. You're the kid who's staying at Dojima-kun's house. Oh, shut up about fire coal! I don't hang out in Junes all day. Gotta be careful when talking to your taking blah 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 blah. I don't care about your motorcycle and your people. Yeah, Nanako is really suspicious. In fact, I still think Nanako is the true killer. My daughter was in an accident. Top of that, blah, we hit and run. It's stupid to bop boop. Already read all that. But a lot of people come to our store, but I can't say anything was particularly suspicious. Do you need something? Have I seen a strange person? I don't know. Out in the country, if there was anybody strange walking around, everybody would know about it right quick. Nope, I ain't giving you my... Nope, not giving you my good stuff. Nope. It's not Dojima's new wife. Oh, God. A suspicious person. Ah, now that you mention it, my friend was saying she saw someone. I think she was just wandering around the shopping district. So why don't you ask her? Well, crap. Because I've been all over the shopping district. Okay, so her friend is obviously going to be a schoolgirl. Oh, that. Suddenly you have a different answer. You remember Saki Kanishi, don't you? You know, she passed away a while ago. Told me how that Namatame person came to her one day and started spouting all this craziness. Something about the TV. I wonder what that was all about. His relation to Saki? Hey, I don't know what you're implying, but you got it all wrong. Saki was a good girl. It's just that people misunderstood her. It was not you or me, Saras. Oh, we're going to meet at the diner. Aya! Meet up with your friends after you finish the gathering information.
I'm seriously pooped. This stuff's a lot harder when you don't have a badge to flash. I walked around all day and didn't hear anything good.
It was the same for me. There was absolutely no talk about the case whatsoever, let alone the true culprit.
Ditto for me. Actually, in my case, I kept getting bombarded with questions and couldn't get them onto the main subject at all.
Saras, I'm not sure if I could do that. I mean, it's kind of my chat. I have to monitor it to an extent.
The killer must be pretty good to have pulled this off without being seen by anyone in this small town.
What should we do?
Well, I think that's one of the keys. The killer can move around in the small town without being seen by anybody in this small town because everybody's used to seeing this person in this small town. It's got to be a local yokel.
Well, one steak bowl, please.
That's not what I meant.
God damn it, Chie. Stop thinking with your stomach.
But then again, I guess we might as well take a break. I'll have a crab and egg fried rice.
I'll have roast pork ramen with extra noodles.
Now that our tummies are full... let's share what we learned, even if it wasn't much. So, to sum up, there really was no new information. The end?
Basically, Chie.
The police had an unusually large number of officers in their initial investigation of the first two incidents.
Give me a jerky stick.
To find facts that even they overlooked would be difficult indeed, now that over half a year has passed. There wasn't a single report of suspicious persons being witnessed to begin with. Miss Yamano had ardent fans, whereas Saki-san didn't, but otherwise the conditions are the same.
Why do you hate the beef bowl? It's a great stat booster.
You know, every time I tried to ask about the case, everyone ignored me and kept ranting about the damn fog.
Yeah, that or the Midnight Channel. I asked around about Teddy too, but no one's seen him. Gee, I wonder where he could have gone.
Do you have anything, Naoto? Any new, deductions?
Without any new data to work with, there isn't much I can do. But there must be someone in town who meets all the criteria for this case. The killer must have a connection to both Saki-san and Miss Yamano, as well as be in a position to observe our actions periodically to some extent.
Be in a position to observe our actions periodically to some extent. Well, we're all students and we go to school. Could it be a teacher? King Moron was the true killer that killed the first two people, that drove Namatame crazy, who threw everybody else on the TV. And there's no real killer out there anymore.
Finally, it must be someone who could approach Senpai's house without arousing suspicion.
Well,
I need some fresh air before I give it more thought. I'll be outside.
any of us in the party, I mean, we could all approach Nojima's house, my house, without arousing suspicion. Namatame, as the delivery guy, could. Nanako could. Nojima could. Adachi could. I mean, I'm trying to think for anybody else that was an outlier out of that group. I don't know.
It's snowing. No wonder it's chilly.
Better make a chance to make this romantic. I don't think I have the option to do that, Remitto. I'm at social link level 0 with Naoto because I don't have the intelligence.
Ugh, it's freezing out here. Maybe this'll help clear my head and get my deductive muscles flexing. Hey, is it snowing?
Yes, it is, broske. Yes, it is. Fresh, I would have given Naoto more attention, but I didn't realize that was the requirement for being able to work on that social link. Yeah, I mean, as Cyrus just put it, I'm just not smart enough, sadly. It's an unfortunate situation, but that's the cards I was dealt.
Too bad the fog's so thick. The snow just gets lost in it.
There must be something that's been overlooked. It's urgent that you get over the roadblock facing you. The clues you need must already be in your hands.
What's the matter?
Just go over everything you know one more time. The culprit had some sort of connection with both Mayumi Yamano and Saki Kanishi. And the culprit, I'm assuming the next line is going to be, the culprit was able to approach my home without it being suspicious. I don't know who the... And Judging by the warning letters, the culprit most likely knows about the other side and what you did there. It's highly likely they also knew what Namatame was doing and stood back to watch. Who would know all these things? Another oddity about the case is that there are almost no witnesses. Both warning letters seem to have been delivered directly to your house, but no one saw anyone suspicious. Well, if Namatame was doing it, that's why. But it doesn't look like he was the one that was doing it, so... No one unusual was seen around Mayumi Yamano or Saki Kanishi either. Despite the police dispatching an unusually high number of officers to perform a thorough investigation, there must be someone in this small town who fits all the facts. The person who seems to be the most likely culprit is... I mean, what tie would Teddy have to either one of those? Yukiko would be tied to Mayumi Yamano, but not really Saki. Chie is not tied to either. Yosuke would be tied to Saki, but not Mayumi. So... And of course all of them could approach my house safely, so none of them fit the criteria. Shadow Yosuke a choice because you would like to suspect Shadow Yosuke again. Kanji? I mean, he can approach the house fine, but what are his ties to either of the first two victims? Same for Rise. What are her ties to either of the first two victims? Naoto. I could see Naoto, because Naoto's been well, no, because you have to have ties to the two victims before the investigation began. So if anything, she might have had some ties to Saki, but she wouldn't have had any ties to Mayumi. Ryotaro Dojima, and I put him in the same boat as Naoto. I mean, his ties were investigating after the fact. Nanako. I mean, we know Nanako's a true killer, obviously. Adachi, he falls into in my opinion, or from what I've gathered in my head so far, he falls in the same boat as Dojima and Naoto. Namatame. I mean, he's the... Obviously, he was tied to the first lady getting killed. That was his mistress. And then, in a sense, I guess he would have been tied to Saki because she was the person that found the body. And because he was the delivery man, he could approach the house easy enough, but... is there anybody else? Mayumi. I mean, she died before Saki died. Can't be Mayumi. And Saki died. Can't be Saki. Kenshiro Morouka. He could approach the house fine, but I mean... And I guess he maybe he taught Saki earlier on. But he didn't have any connections to Mayumi. Mitsuo. copycat killer. He really couldn't approach my house. As far as I can deduct, he didn't know Mayumi or Saki terribly well. Suzu Hiragi. Noriko Kashiwagi. Hanako Otani. Let's see it being Hanako. I don't know. See, again, these people don't admit. Miss Kashiwagi, I mean, she could approach me, but what ties does she have to... I don't know. Koyu, Daisuke, none of these people. Yeah, I know Hanako's the fat girl at school. She didn't fit. That's why she didn't fit the mold. The wife, the teacher, the fat girl. Kashiwagi, Yumi, the drama girl. Ayane, the girl or the lady at the daycare. It's obviously because she has a terrible personality. Sano Kuroda. Iri Miyanami. Oh my god. I don't know. I don't know. None of these are adding up right for me in my mind. I'm missing something. Eri is the daycare lady. Okay, and Hisano's... Yeah, Hisano's death. But yeah, none of those little minor side characters, to the point I can't even necessarily tie their names to who they were. Yeah, I'm going to take a bio break real quick. Give me just a moment. I'll be right back. Take me just a minute or two. Okay. The only... I don't know. Of everybody we've looked at and I've talked about so far, the only one that in some stretch I could put having a tie to all three, both the first two characters, and the being able to approach the house without warning is Teddy. And the way I say he has ties to the first two murder characters is Teddy was in the TV. Before they got murdered, they showed up on the TV. And Teddy can approach the house fine. The thing about it is to accuse Teddy of being the murderer based on the general type of character he is for a JRPG seems stupid. Oh my god. I mean, yeah, Lucifer. And where did Teddy go? Where did Teddy go? I just... Kanji Risi Naoto. Problem you have with that is that Tada is faces other self. Oh God. Y'all are sending me these believes in me messages. I don't know if I believe in myself, guys. I'm not the greatest detective. Let's get back to the beginning of the list. Okay. So you made an interesting point, Ramito. The problem you have with calling Teddy out is he's faced his other self. So let's think of people who have not faced their other selves. Yosuke, or have. Let's rule out people who have faced the other selves. Yosuke, Chie, Yukiko, Teddy. Kanji, Rise, Noto. Taro has not. Nanako has not. Itachi has not. Namatame didn't face his other self and come out okay on the other end, but Namatame has seen his other self. Yamano and Saki can't be it. King Moron has not. Kubo did, sorta. Hiragi, Kashiwagi, none of these people have. But they just don't stand up to be possible. So by that logic, Nanako's, I mean, in a sense, didn't face her other self. I don't know, sort of did. By that logic, though, outside of the side characters that I just don't think are important enough to possibly be the culprit, you've got Dojima, Namatame, and Adachi. Dojima couldn't be doing it. The thing is, I don't see where, outside of Namatame is the only one of those three that makes sense. I mean, yeah, sure. They could all approach the house without it being a big questioning over, you know, being suspicious. But Dojima didn't have ties to Yamano or Saki. Adachi didn't have ties to Yamano or Saki. Namatame. Well, Ramito, I was ruling out Nanako and all those other people largely based on, like, you brought up, like, that you didn't think Teddy could be it because Teddy has faced his other self. Nanako, I mean, she died and then came back, but she did face her other self in a sense. Well, no, I guess she didn't. I guess she was just there with Namatame. But Namatame was trying to save her. She appeared on the TV. I don't think people that showed up as victims could be... Yeah, that's what I came to conclude, Saurus. She didn't form a persona or anything, but she went to the TV. She was picked to be a victim, so... Hanako's suspicious of eating my fridge? That may be so. And... yeah, but I wouldn't say the power of persona to get in the TV is... You believe it was Tanaka Emu? He's not an option. He's already in the TV, though, so he would be a good pick. He said, Saurus, and you need the power of persona to get in the TV. The reason I'm not sure if we can rely on that, Saurus, is until the whole thing with Namatame happened. I mean, we had no idea that he had the power of persona to get into the TV. I mean, it was just... And you know what? Reading y'all's comments is just more confusing to me. Tanaka. Where's the Tanaka option? Honestly, is we... I feel like I'm down to Tohru Adachi. Dojima, Adachi, and Namatame. And Namatame still makes the most sense that just what he's... I don't know who I want to choose. I don't like the pressure of having to come up with an answer. Namatame's the only one that makes sense, even though since stuff we've learned seems to not point at Namatame. But I feel like I'm down to Namatame, Dojima, and Adachi as my closest picks. Sorry, Dojima was... Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Namatame is the only one that clearly knew everyone. The true gamer. You're not spoiling anything, gamer. That's been thrown at me quite a bit throughout the entire playthrough. Teddy started the TV. But Teddy faced his other self. Namatame didn't necessarily know everyone beforehand, but he would have had a reason. He knew Yamano, and he should have easily been able to figure out Saki was the person that found her. So that gives him motives on the second person. And he could easily approach the house. He could easily approach the house without it being suspicious. God damn it. I hate these kind of things. We did kind of already write him off, Emu. I guess that's the thing. So what does that leave? Dojima and Adachi? We believed him at the time, Emu, but do we believe him right now? Anybody can lie. Okay, I'm gonna pick I don't know, I'm gonna pick Namatame. Random guess Hanako? No, I don't think I'm gonna random guess Hanako. I've already proved that Namatame wasn't the one behind this incident. Don't tell me that, Saurus. Now you're making me really nervous. I mean, by my reasoning, outside of Namatame, I was gonna sit thinking Namatame, Dojima, or Itachi are the three that would have any possible tie to anything. Maybe. I just flat out don't want to pick Dojima. I mean, shit. He's almost dead. He wouldn't have tried to kill wanted his daughter dead. Oh, God. Adachi? I mean, I don't feel like he's any more likely than Dojima. But Dojima wouldn't want his daughter dead. Dojima's... I don't know. Just simply because Dojima wouldn't wanted to kill his daughter, I'm ruling him out. I'm going to pick Adachi. I don't know where else to go with it. Of course, if you look only at the circumstances, you can't completely rule out that possibility. You can't completely rule out Dojima either, I guess. Adachi may have been able to keep an eye on your actions. He would have been able to approach your house with ease, and he knows the area well. Thinking about it, you encountered him many times while investigating the case. I encountered everybody in town many times while investigating the case. You learn much about the police's movements from Adachi as well. There's no exact reason to doubt him, but something is bothering you. However, tell your friends about your suspicions about Adachi being the culprit. Oh my God, I don't like this. So if I get this wrong, game over. I don't know, Emu. It's been a while since my last save, partly because I've sat here and stared at questions for so long. I guess I'm gonna tell my friends about Adachi. I don't know, Emu. I mean, they need to help me. I'm gonna tell them. Spoke Adachi's name.
Huh? What about him?
Detective Adachi. A member of the police force. That is an interesting approach. It would certainly explain the lack of witness reports. It's the same reason no one ever reported seeing Namatame's truck.
I guess that was why I picked the option, Fresh. Think about it, maybe they would have a reason as to why he's not.
This is a small town, so everyone must have known who he is.
This is a small town, everybody knows who everybody is.
And since he's a detective, people definitely wouldn't have thought of him as being suspicious.
In fact, he could use his position to his advantage
Capital
and hide
D.
critical information.
Lowercase I, P, T, E, R, A, diphthera.
Thanks for the follow, Fermion Cannon. Fermion Cannon. However I butchered your name. Thank you for the follow. I definitely appreciate it. Or is it just Fermi on Cannon? Maybe that's it. Either way, thank you. In fact, he could use his position to his advantage and hide critical information.
Huh. Well, if you think of it that way, I guess it's possible. But we're talking about Adachi here, right? I mean, really? Adachi? He's your textbook lousy detective.
It's Stoner Bro. I mean, come on.
Are we really on the right track here?
Actually, regarding Detective Adachi, I'm not sure how to put it, but there's something that's been bothering me about him for some time now.
Yeah?
Perhaps it's just my imagination, so I shouldn't speak too...
It's cold. I think we've cooled down enough here. Let's go back in.
Adachi-san? That can't be. I mean, he said he came to escort Miss Yamano and...
What? Was he at your inn when the announcer was staying there?
When Miss Yamano was staying at our inn, the media were swarming all over it. That's when Adachi-san arrived, saying he'd been assigned to guard her. He told our waitress that fame could be rough.
Guard her? He didn't spend the night there?
Huh. I wonder if he knew Ms. Yamano.
I don't know about that, but I heard he did call out to a girl in my class. I found out this afternoon. But I thought, you know, that's just how cops are. So I didn't think it had anything to do with the case.
Detective Adachi also questioned Saki-san, the one who found the announcer's body, on numerous occasions. I heard it was because there was so little information about the case at the time, but it's certainly unusual to question someone with as strong an alibi as hers multiple times.
Then you think he had something else on his mind?
And that something is what connects those two victims to Adachi-san? Come to think of it, we've been running into that guy a lot, in all sorts of places. And every time he'd tell us what the police were doing before saying, "Oops, I said too much," and clamming up. Was that all to throw us off the trail?
It would be no problem for him to drop that warning letter into your mailbox either. Not to mention the fact that he can destroy any evidence that might point to him.
Various peculiarities have begun to cast a suspicious shadow on Adachi.
Then, is it really Adachi-san?
Well, we can't say it's him all right, but we need to confirm this.
This is still only a tentative theory. We should work to confirm it as soon as possible.
I don't know, I mean, we've learned things since we've picked him that have kind of put him more in the limelight, but it's all circumstantial. We're in a small-ass town. Everybody knows everybody. I mean, hell, maybe Dojima went over to Yukiko's place too when Yamano was there for whatever crazy reason. Yeah. I just don't... Up to this point, Adachi, outside of just the kind of the criteria they gave us and what it narrowed down to, seems very unsuspecting, which maybe that's the twist, and that's what I should expect, is expect the unexpected.
This is Naoko
Hanako's a true
Shirogane.
killer. She's stealing so she can steal their fridges.
Something has occurred to me about the case, and I'd like to get Detective Adachi's input on it. Huh? The transport? It's right now? Right, I see. Thank you.
What was that?
Whoops.
Detective Adachi is headed to the hospital to prepare for Namatame's relocation. We must head there at once.
Things are moving quickly now. I feel that you're getting closer to the truth. Uh-oh, detective team! Or no, that's right, we hit rank 9. Now we're the Seekers of Truth.
Huh? What are you guys doing here?
No one expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Hey, do you know where Dojima-san went? They told me he snuck out of his room again.
I assure you, we've made it clear to him several times that he needs to stay put, but he keeps going off on his own.
He's trying to figure out how to get into Namatame's room and choke the shit out of him.
Jeez, with Namatame finally relocated, I was looking forward to going home.
So, he's been relocated. I've been wondering. You seem to be in a terrible hurry to get him out of this hospital.
Huh? Oh, well, yeah. I mean, we can't leave him here with Dojima-san and Nanako-chan around. Didn't you guys think so too? Hey, what are you doing here anyway? Nanako-chan's room is in the other wing.
And we came looking for you, Adachi.
Don't you think you should leave before Dojima-san finds you? If he catches you, he'll start pestering you again.
That right there has been the most suspicious line Adachi's given me in the entire game. I've never seen him try and be even slightly stern or anything. And all of a sudden it's like, yeah, what the hell are you doing? Why don't you get the hell out of here? Get yourself in trouble.
Adachi, where's Namatame? There's been a lot of noise today for some reason.
Dojima-san, what are you doing here? Namatame's already been relocated. I was looking for you so I could tell you that.
You did what? Who authorized that? There's still more I need to ask him about.
I mean, no offense to Dojima, but I think if you get in a room with him, you're just gonna choke the shit out of him.
Give me a break, Dojima-san.
Those first two murders have been bothering me. His motives are shaky and his alibi is rock solid. We closed a lot of loopholes on the basis of his testimony. But that part's still nagging at me.
Is this more of your detective's intuition? He's already been relocated. It's no use hassling me about it. And you kids should really get home too. You're gonna get in the way of police business.
All of a sudden, non-stoner bro Adachi's making himself seem suspicious just because his personality is starting to change rapidly.
What's gotten into you today? It's odd to see you taking work so seriously.
See that shit? You see it, Dojima! Slap him! He's got his back turned to you right now. Just slap the shit out of him.
Come on! I'm always giving 110% when it comes to the job.
Yeah, bullshit.
You should get back to work too, Dojima-san. Your current assignment? Get better as soon as possible.
What are you all doing here?
We came to confirm something with Adachi-san.
You should question Adachi. I guess we'll start at the beginning. Ask about when Yamano vanished.
The time the announcer went missing? I can't say for sure offhand. It's not like I saw her or anything. That was months and months ago, too. My memory's kinda hazy that far back.
What about Saki's interrogation?
Why wouldn't I question her? She discovered the announcer's body. But she didn't know much about it, so I only talked with her once or twice. Was that all you wanted to ask? Well, I hope it helped.
About the warning letter.
Warning letter?
The one that was delivered to his house. It's in police custody now, correct?
I don't really remember.
Hey, what do you mean you don't remember? I gave it to you to take down to the crime lab for processing. You're telling me you forgot?
I'm sorry. Your accident was right after that, and what with one thing and another, it sort of slipped my mind. Besides, that thing was just a prank, wasn't it? Jeez, what are you asking me all this for? For crying out loud, what's this all supposed to be about? Dojima-san, you really need to get back to your bed. That's why your wounds aren't healing.
You need to stop ordering people around.
And you all need to go home right now. Do you have any idea what time it is? I'm going back. I need to get to the station and report in.
Just one more thing, please. We know for certain now that the first two murders weren't Namatame's doing. Someone else killed them. Adachi-san, do you have any idea who that might be?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
'Cause we think it might have been you.
Boom goes the dynamite, Kanji. What the fuck?
What? That's ridiculous! We already know Namatame's the one who put them all in!
What did you just say?
Oh, God.
Put them all in.
Yeah, ask him what did they put them all in? Dojima, ask him.
What's this putting them in business?
Yeah, you remember the shit you didn't believe me about with the TV, Dojima?
Do you know something about the method behind their murders? Don't tell me that all that talk about TVs and whatnot from before was...
I see. Now I finally understand. To tell the truth, Adachi-san, I've been fixated on something you once said. Before I didn't know why, only that it sounded a wrong note to me. Do you recall when I read Namatame's diary? At the scene of Dojima-san's accident. At the time, I said, even the victims who survived and were never released to the public are written here. And in response, your words were, wow, then that settles it. How, I wonder, would that settle anything? At the time, the police had no idea that there had been other attempted murders related to the case. You had no reason to say such a thing. After all, there are countless examples of people disappearing for a few days. Yet when I read the list of names, you raised no objection. Odd, that. What do you say to that, Detective Adachi?
I don't know.
That's it. That's a good answer.
I said I'm busy!
Yep.
Wait, you son of a bitch!
Beat his ass, Kanji. I have full faith that you could whip the shit out of that dude.
Ah, damn it!
Damn it, Dojima. Just go sit down somewhere.
Adachi!
Namatame's hospital room. Adachi isn't here either.
What the? I swear he ran this way!
Damn it! Where the hell'd he go?
Did you find him? I contacted security.
Stoner on the run.
Nobody's seen Adachi, and there's no record of anyone leaving this area.
Oh, God. Yeah, Remita, I definitely agree. Dojima and cars don't go together at all.
So he must be still in this ward somewhere.
He's still here? But we looked! We didn't find him anywhere!
At this point, Cyrus, I mean, going into the whole thing, it just seemed like as we're going to ask him a bunch of questions, we're going to find out it wasn't him, and then we're going to be back to asking us who did it again. At this point, it seems like he did it. He started getting, I mean, we pulled the whole Columbo on him. We started asking him obnoxious questions over and over. And you ever watch Columbo, like, when he starts asking somebody obnoxious questions over and over, they're probably it. And the thing that really seals as if they're it is when they start getting real irritated with Detective Columbo. And Adachi got real irritated. So I'm using the Columbo analysis, and I'm saying Adachi's it.
That bastard.
Dojima-san? For heaven's sake, what are we going to do with you?
Shut up, nurse! We got murder cases to solve. And Adachi-san's to catch.
I got carried away.
Do you even want to get better? If you keep this up, there could be lasting damages. Have you forgotten how much trouble it caused you last time?
You're right. Sorry. You've got to find Adachi. I need to square this away with him. Please.
By square this away with him, do you mean beat the hell out of him?
He hasn't left this ward yet? I don't think he would. But could he have...
I mean, if he was the killer, he definitely could have. So that's even more... So we didn't just scare the shit out of him, make him flee. Like, that's even more against him if he went to the TV.
Yeah, I think so. If he's the killer, he can go through, right?
I would assume so, Chie. I would assume
You
so.
mean he went in through here?
Every TV throws us into a different part of the TV world, too, if I remember correctly on what Teddy said to us.
We searched every inch in the direction he ran off. There's nowhere to hide. I don't think we could have missed him.
He was cornered. It's highly probable that he escaped there. If he does indeed turn up on the other side, that should prove beyond a doubt that he is the true culprit.
Damn. So I guess we were right. What do we do now?
Go in now or go tomorrow? Go tomorrow, so I mean we give him time to leave the TV. I mean, I want to go in, I just don't want to get locked into something I can't finish tonight. Guess we can go in. Maybe there'll be a save point.
I think it's too dangerous to go in from here. We're not 100% positive he used this TV, and on top of that, we don't know where it might lead.
Can't I stick my head in and like look around and figure it out before we jump in completely?
Let's go in from Jeunesse like always. It'll be fine. So long as we're ready for him, we'll crush that jerk in one strike.
The extremely suspicious Detective Adachi. Taking another step closer to the truth. Split up for today and you all went back home. Jesus. My head is spinning right now. Just trying to wrap my head around all these options and what we figured out up to this point, or what we think we figured out up to this point. I mean, shit, it's still December, and if the game's supposed to go till March, finish off the month of March, because we started in April and the game's supposed to be a year long, I thought. I don't know. Don't know. No, Joffrey, I didn't. I didn't max out Dojima's or Nanako's. Because I played probably the first 60 hours of the game not realizing that it was more important to save people up front first, so you had more opportunities for social links during the day and in the evening. And then on top of that, I didn't max them out because I didn't work hard enough to have expression and the different stats that it was... I mean, I just didn't know. Because I didn't read anything, I had no way to plan for that. However, at this point is truly a good stopping point for me. It's 9:18. I really was supposed to stay at work and work late again today, and I just didn't because I didn't want to cancel 2 streams in a row. We would have gotten further than we did tonight, but I had the whole issues with my my stream dropping frames early on. I'm really sorry about that in the beginning, guys. If there's anything I could do about it, I definitely would. Do appreciate y'all hanging in there with me, though. I really do appreciate it. Most people would just see, you know, them having issues and bail out and all that. So that means something to me. But at this point, I'm gonna shut it down. Let me see if there is somebody fun to host up. There's always somebody to host. I don't want to host Keldon or Zero, who I typically try and host, because it seems like they always... I know who I'm going to host. Give a host to More Beef Gaming. Guy I like to watch play. He's playing some Zelda, Super Nintendo Zelda right now. So everybody, let's jump over to his chat. Say hello. Give him a follow. Check out what he's doing. It's him and buddies of his that play these games together, and they play a lot of classics that are great, that are really great. So please jump over there, say hello, give them a follow if you like what you see, and we'll be picking up where we left off tomorrow, 6 o'clock Central. Hope to see y'all then. It's been a really good night, despite the frame drops in the beginning. Thank you very much, guys, for coming by and all the chat and everything. It's been awesome.